everyone, my name is Mariah Hoffman, owner and founder of Modula Design Studio. Very excited to be participating in San Diego's first Design Week, and today I'm going to be giving you a virtual tour of my self-designed and built tiny house. So very excited to walk you through and show you what it's like, and come check it out. So come on in. So I purchased a used trailer from Craigslist to start my tiny house build. Now the existing trailer that I purchased, it had good axles, had a good foundation, but the frame itself was a little too small for what I was hoping to build on. It is a 20-foot trailer, but it was a little narrow and short. So after I purchased the trailer, decided to actually kind of reframe it and re-weld it to accommodate the size that I wanted to build on. Actually took me about a year just to get the frame completely welded. It was quite a rigorous process, but it was definitely worth it. And so since there was a lot of effort put into that, I learned to really appreciate metalworking. And you can actually see here, I decided to leave the steel frame exposed. I just wanted to kind of offer that nod to classic mid-century architecture as well, and also just honor the work and the structure that the house actually is supported by. Other than some electrical work along with the initial structural welding, everything in this house was self-performed. So each phase required learning an entirely new skill set from scratch, which took a lot of work and many years, but it was something that I was really eager to do. And as a designer and as a builder, that was a huge part of the process, was having that intimate relationship with the materials and understanding how everything worked and how everything came together. It was definitely a long journey, but worth it to learn everything along the way. This is my tiny house kitchen. It's all pretty compact and modular. You'll see I have this unit from IKEA, got sink, my little fridge here, and I just use right now, keep it pretty simple. I just have a 1-burner, a little propane stove. I've got utensils, silverware, and then I actually chose to use kind of this modular retail grid wall so that I can adapt my shelving as need be. Just also added some custom birch shelving and dishes and food up the top. So I try and keep all my dishware, food storage pretty compact. So just use these zip seal cubes for food, dishes right here, and then I usually keep like pots and other dishes up top, and then silverware utensils close to the sink and cutting board. This is my little tiny pantry. Just slides out right here, fits right in this gap between my sink, and just got oils and bulk miscellaneous items along with some bags, so every little bit of storage is helpful in a tiny house. So this is my desk slash dining table slash work table. It's the only kind of wide table space that I have in the house. I also designed this so that it can fold flat, so that we've got more options for kind of open space, but as you can see, everything is pretty adaptable in here, and I'll show you how this folds down. All right, so I'm going to show you how this table actually folds flat over my wheel well. So this is actually an IKEA table as well. I just painted the base matte black to match my frame. It swings down, this goes down, and the top piece actually stays fixed, so it's nice and flush. All right, so this is my other counter space that I have. I actually made this shelving with just some birch along with some flat folding hinges. So I'll show you how this goes down. And it folds flat if I want more space, more open space. Both of these fold flat. Again, over my wheel well over here. And then they just swing back up. Alright, so this is my bed, and as you can see, I chose to not do a lofted bed in my tiny house. I chose to opt for a sort of a half lofted bed, and I'll show you why I chose that option for extra storage. Alright, so there's a few different components of storage here that I'd like to show you. So directly under my bed I have these storage cubbies from IKEA that actually double as clothing storage as well as extra seating if need be. And these are really great and compact. Underneath that I have storage for shoes. And underneath this, I actually have a storage that is accessible from the outside of my trailer, and that serves as, call it my garage, that serves to store all my tools and miscellaneous supplies, and I'll show you that later as well. So I wanted to find a way to not only have some bookshelf storage, but also kind of a gallery display that I can rotate out different pieces of art. So I found these picture ledges from IKEA, and I have them mounted right over my bed and kind of serves as this gallery slash bookcase, and I really love it. So for my electrical, I actually chose to go with exposed conduit. Part of that is correlated to the steel frame that I have, but the other reason is that I wanted to keep it as modular as possible. So I can always adapt it if I need to add more receptacles. You always need more outlets, so that was the reason that I chose to go with that. So this is my shower. It's actually framed out over in my trailer hitch. Got the shower head, I've got these niches that are built into the frame, and then if you look up, you'll see I've got a custom skylight that I also made with the polycarbonate twin wall, and that hinges open for ventilation. My garage. Under here you can see I keep tools, extra supplies, and I try and keep everything organized in these different storage containers. So for my exterior cladding, I use a Japanese technique called shushugiban, which is a fire burning technique. So by actually burning the wood, you make it naturally bug, fire, and water resistant. So I use that technique and I wrapped the entire house. So my tiny house took me nearly 5 years to complete, as I did most of the work myself. And I'm going to share with you a budget breakdown for the project. So the trailer and demo cost me $2,081, framing $1,959, siding $1,609, windows and doors $941, roof and gutters $335, flooring $508, trim and millwork $335, paint $255, electrical $885, general work $1,801, plumbing $707, insulation $322, kitchen $165, bathroom $481, for a grand total of $12,384. So I hope this has been useful. So thank you for joining on this tour of my tiny house. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned a thing or two, and enjoy the rest of San Diego Design Week. You can find me and learn more about this build along with the rest of my design work on my Instagram, micro.modula, or my website, themicromodula.com. Thanks everyone, take care and stay safe.